Hey gang, how you doing? Welcome in. My name is Julie. This is Frontier Tarot. Ooh, Temperance. I'm totally feeling her vibe. I was like walking up to sit down, connect with y'all, and I'm like, I don't know. I feel pretty chill. Maybe it's the weather. It's kind of cloudy where I am, a little rain, and it's kind of a nice feeling I'm getting. Yeah, the Queen of Wands is like, all right, you guys are like seriously badasses. Like, I'm just like, I feel like I'm meeting like the coolest, bestest people lately. And any of you guys who are new to my channel here, like, welcome. It's just been so inspiring to get to know people on a deeper level. And I feel like there's just this like really powerful breakthrough coming through for so many of us who have been diligent, creatively diligent, those who have just been like, I don't know, like I feel like this beautiful Ace of Cups. I what the feeling I'm getting is kind of like the wind being at your back, and I know some of you guys are probably like, yeah, it's been like gale force winds the other direction, but things can change on a dime is what I'm hearing. Things can change like that, and anyone who's been through any kind of trauma or tragedy fully understands that, but it can also change on a dime in a positive way. It's like that Tower card. Won't be surprised if that shows up, but like in a good way. Like it's kind of like you could get something out of the blue. You could get something like that phone call or an email or a text or an inquiry or just something coming through for you guys that makes you super happy. Sorry, I'm a little shaky today. It's super happy. It's super fulfilling. It's time for this. It's time to kind of like own yourself, and this beautiful card of self-acceptance came through this morning. And I really felt that energy of just like being really good with yourself. Like in this photo, I always call them photos. Here's a dude, he's just sitting there like really, he's proud of his accomplishments. He's collected all these 9 cups. And, I mean, it could be like, don't put the gender into it. It's more just like this kind of like proud satisfaction of a sense of accomplishment, and feeling like you did it and you overcame a lot of emotional, I'm getting backlash, like a lot of pushback from your efforts, right? And so you had to take some emotional blows is what I'm feeling, because the cups are emotional. So all of these, they're almost like trophies. These like sense of like an emotional trophy that you've been collecting. And think about it. I mean, I look back on my life and I think, God, some of the proudest moments are when I kept my mouth shut, or I didn't react, or I handled everything in a calm, cool way, like despite the emotion that was coming at me or despite the feelings that were coming up. And how did you navigate your emotional life? How did you deal with that? And a lot of you guys kind of are looking at positioning yourself in terms of the business world or just life in general, where you want to be, what kind of, people you want to be around, what you want to create. And it's this feeling of like, go back and look at all the emotional accomplishments you had. The times when you spoke up, or you were vulnerable when you needed to be, or you felt someone else's pain and you helped them. This is like the empath journey, right? Those that have really navigated their road. And you can look at your resume. I don't care, if you're educated, not educated, if you're a CEO, if you went to Harvard, doesn't matter. This journey doesn't matter. This is everyone's journey. Those of us who have had an emotional roller coasters, emotional, peaks and valleys, things of that nature. So I think it'd be really good for you guys to just look back on your life and reflect back on those times that were really emotionally challenging and how you accomplished that, how you overcame it, how you worked through it. That's what's being kind of rewarded, is like, and I think sometimes we don't really take time to appreciate those kinds of accomplishments, those inner accomplishments. We're so focused on the external. So those of you guys who have been maybe a little unseen, in the world, or you haven't felt like you've gotten the crown jewel yet, or you haven't like made that like momentous step forward into like your full like self-actualization, it's coming. It's here because it's a 9, and 9s are like almost the end, like you're almost there. And the 9 of Cups traditionally in tarot is about wish fulfillment. So this is a good time for you to go through that exercise like I shared with you about your emotional journey, those accomplishments you've created, journal about it, share it. Go back, talk to your friend, be like, remember that time, maybe we got into a big fight and it was really awful and it really scared me, but we came back and we worked it out. Like go back and relive those moments where you really, had to deal with some heavy shit and just be proud of the fact that, hey, you just got through it. Maybe some of you guys are like, I just survived, and that was enough. Like, I just feel very strongly that these are the things that are going to be rewarded going forward. That's why it's a card of emotional satisfaction. So all those times, you weren't satisfied emotionally. That's probably why whatever thing occurred, because it just wasn't enough. It didn't feel good on some level. So you're kind of been on like the path of feeling good. Ding, ding. You know what I mean? Like, isn't it really what it's been about the whole time? I just want to feel good. Like, take away all the external stuff, your job, your business, your gender, your identity, your money, all that stuff. It's about feeling good in this lifetime, period. And, it's so important that you figure out for you what feels good for you. Just you, little old you. Don't worry about everybody else. If I could say one thing, and I've been doing this a while now, and I've seen hundreds of clients and thousands of readings, and a common theme that I see all the time is everybody being very concerned about everybody else and not really like in touch or in tune with what feels good for them. I mean, a lot of people are really good at that too, but those that are kind of come to see me or work with me, or people that I just come across on my own journey, because it's been kind of my own path as well, is that sense of no longer being consumed. Like, you did it. Like, you made everybody else happy. That's what those 9 of Cups represent. Like, I made everybody else happy. I made my mother happy, my father happy, my sister, my brother, your family, your son, your kid, your whatever, your coworkers, your boss, all those people the whole time, just making everybody else happy, And that's been, I mean, it's an admirable journey. I'm not going to say it's not without it. That's why it's being rewarded, because like, it wasn't selfish. You were, helpful and kind and thoughtful and decent. Oh my God, it almost makes me cry how beautiful you are, and how you've been and how you've held yourself. So I really, really encourage you guys, for any of you who this resonates with, is just to relax and focus on feeling good in your own body, in your own energy. I mean, I can relate to this. Like, I've been feeling like really struggling with aging lately, and I've just gained some weight, and it's so confronting for me. Like, I can't even tell you like how much, like, my dreams, like all this stuff, all this trauma, pain, whatever, just being released around my appearance. And like in this card, he's a little bit bigger. Oh boy. And so it's really interesting to see what comes up around that, and just allowing yourself, myself included, to just breathe in to the present moment and love who and what you are. Because there's so much to be proud of, And now it's really just looking through that lens of feeling good for you. And it's not a selfish thing. It's just recognizing what feels good. And maybe some changes are going to need to be made in order for you to feel better. And that is completely within your right. There's nothing holding you back from making yourself feel better. And you all know at this point that it's an inside job, right? And it's the inside. You tear through all that garbage, you rip it out, you fucking feel it. You line them up, you knock them down, and boom, you're there. And then you're done with whatever that was. And then you can step into something new. And until you've cleared all that, though, like, you're just going to keep putting the past into the future. So I'd rather you guys just freaking take a beat and pause. Don't run forward right now. It's not the time. Like, sit with yourself. Calm your ass down and sit with yourself. Telling that myself to myself right now. Like, sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but like, whatever it takes. If it's humor, use humor. I mean, go listen. I remember when I was pregnant. It reminds me of when I was pregnant, and I was like, this baby was not coming out. I was like 10 days past due. They're trying to get, and I'm like, he ain't coming. And I remember they're like, watch comedy, And so I remember watching Rodney Dangerfield, like old Rodney Dangerfield, like stand up, And then it didn't help. I didn't get the baby out. I had to go have I had to be induced or whatever it's called. But anyways, it got me out of my head, and like out of the pain of being like 9 months pregnant, right? So humor can be, whatever it is for you that works, that gets you out of, whatever might be going on that maybe emotionally trying or has been, and gets you to drop into the present moment. I mean, so many of you guys are way better at this than I am, like you're yoga masters and you meditate all the time, and it's great, So I really just, if you guys are like trying to rush forward on something, I would just say like, calm down, like don't push right now. Don't push, be proud. So if any of you guys are negotiating things right now, or you're kind of aiming for something, hold court. Know your fucking worth and your value, and understand the emotional journey that you've been on, and you just do your thing. You just sit with your power, sit with your intelligence, sit with everything you've accomplished, and just be with yourself and be super proud of who you are. That is an energy that is more powerful than you could ever imagine. And that is magic, my friend. And then guess what? Here it comes. Click, 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 click. The Knight of Cups. There's your offer. There's your thing. This is the knight in shining armor. This is like the most beautiful offering that's now available to you, coming in towards you. Another cup. See, you got 9 cups. The 10th one's coming in. And that's a complete set. That's everything. That's all your bases covered. All the things that make you feel good are now in your reality. And this is not about doing and running around. No. And acting. No. This is calm. Go sit in a hot tub. Go sit in the sauna. Whatever you have to do to just not like act, especially a reaction. Don't freak out. You calm down. You put a smile on your face. Sit there and put a goddamn smile on your face. Do that smiling yoga thing. Perfect. That your energy will shift. And that's when the Knight of Cups shows up. And this is it. This is the thing you've been wanting the whole time. It's beautiful. But this night can only come when you are in a relaxed position. If you're too busy running around, you're not going to be home when he shows up. You feel me? Some of you guys just like stay home, take a bath, do whatever, watch comedy, like just allow yourself to like marinate in your own energy. Okay. Super important right now. Be really into your own self. You're feeling good. Just feel good in your body. Enjoy something and cook yourself a good meal. Go get a beautiful bottle of red wine. I don't care. There's nothing off limits here. Indulge in something that makes you feel good. And when you can be in that place and hold it for a minute, I know we can all get there for like 5 seconds and then we're out the door again, or our mind is, on something else. Then the energy you want can come in. Okay. This guy isn't holding a device. He's not on his phone. He's not in a car. He's not running around. He's not, doing all this. He's just chill. And that's exactly the feeling that I got when I stepped into the energy. I was like, we just got to chill. Some of you guys are just, you don't want to be in a position of waiting, because the waiting is what's keeping it off. Okay. You want to be in a position of complete and full joy in the present moment, just with yourself. That's required. You got to get there. And if you don't know how to get there, there's plenty ways I can help you. We can all help you get there. But that's it. So, there's so many beautiful classes where you can go meditate or do yoga and just sit and feel better in your body, all these things. Okay. So I really just start doing that like as soon as you can. Just sit there. And even if you're, in traffic or you got to do shit, I get it. But just be present, put in music or sound that feels good for your energy. It's all about feeling good in your body. Drink good things, make yourself feel good. Can you hear me? I'm like, make yourself feel good 1,000 times. Okay, I think that's pretty clear. I like this so much because it's so it's just cool. You know what I mean? It's like, this is like the person that gets that cup when they're just like, I don't need anything. That's, this person is just, he's fine. I got 9 cups. I'm good. Like a 10th would be just a cherry on Sunday, but you're the Sunday and you got to make yourself feel as good as you can in every moment of every day. And you deserve to, because you've emotionally accomplished so much. And this world doesn't often reward emotional accomplishments. We reward financial accomplishments and, making goals and reaching things and all that bullshit. This is coming because it's emotional. And that feels fucking awesome for you and for the person who's giving it to you. So this is also a card of receiving. And this, I'm just going to go into this a little bit, because when you see a tarot figure with their arms crossed, the only little thing is that maybe you're having a hard time receiving, because when the arms are crossed in front of the heart, it's a little bit self-protective. So that is a little bit of a like shadow message with this, is like, you got, it'd be better if you would just open your arms. Like if he was just sitting there, like doing like a mudra or something on his lap, then that's even better. Then this is like really ready. So I think the last step for you is just to relax and open your heart and just receive and be open to how that comes. And please, whatever you do, don't try to imagine it or visualize it. You don't need to do that. I think we've been taught that. Like, imagine, manifest, visualize. I don't know. Maybe the universe might just want to surprise you. Maybe it's a little bit better than what you can imagine. Oh, I hope I get that promotion. Oh, I hope I get that job. Really? Are you sure about that? Because maybe there's something better. And when you're in this state, when you're like, you're good just the way you are, that's when all the stuff comes in that you didn't even know you wanted. Wow. That's a really powerful message. It's just, I'm, double fire sign. So I'm like, go, 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 action, action, action. But I love when readings come like this that just say chill, just say peace, just say relax, just dwell. I'm hearing the word dwell. So that could be a key word for one of you guys, dwell. It's a good word, right? Some of you guys, you're focused on your home, like making it more beautiful. You're redecorating, you're getting some new things, maybe new bedding, like all that zhuzh up, great time to indulge in luxury right now for sure. Like go to like, I don't know, like I've always wanted to go to, like, they have these estate sales where they get all these beautiful, like old jewelry and clothes and stuff like that. And they set up somewhere at some point. And like, I'm like, yeah, something like that, like a treasure, like antiques and things like that. Sorry, my hair is going nuts. Like really indulge in things that make you feel good, like decorate the way you want to decorate. Some of you guys are in a place where you can do that now. Maybe you're getting a new apartment, a new house, or new home, or you want to just change things around a little bit. Really good time to do that. Okay. And just be with yourself. Swim in your own juices, right? Oh, and then another Ace of Cups comes in. Then it's like, right? You're just flooded with all this love and like appreciation and opportunity and new things. I mean, this is for those of you guys who know tarot, like what a beautiful, like little threesome this is, It's all cups, y'all. A lot of cups going on in there. So there you are in the middle, and it's like the Knight of Cups is coming, the Ace of Cups is coming in, and it's all this feeling of just being like, it feels very self-comforting, self-soothing. That's a really good thing to look into right now. Definitely, if any of you guys have anxiety, learn self-soothing. Nervous system, relaxation, reflexology is really good. That helps me so much. It's just like pressing. I just do it myself. Like, big secret, everyone, all the healing work you can do yourself. You don't really need people to do it. That's why I just kind of do what feels good myself. And I'm like, oh, that's reflexology. I didn't even know people did that. So you just kind of feel it out, right? Understand what works for you. And you are self-healing. And I just encourage you all to allow yourself to be really present with yourself. It's so beautiful. the energies coming in are so pure and so genuine and so honest and just it's like next level, really, really next level. So I just encourage you guys to lift up out of any heaviness that you might be feeling, or if you are feeling heavy, like release it, like emote, cry, write, journal, go do something to let all that out, okay? Because that gets you in a centered place. And when you're centered and open, the energy can kind of come in, and just be very open to what that is. I really don't think that you guys need to be like, well, what's going to happen? Who's going to call? Who's going to whatever? No. That's part of the problem. Then you're out of yourself. Then you're blowing things out and you're storyboarding out. That's not. It doesn't, like, all the stress, all the problems, all the things. That's all got to go. This dude's not thinking about that. He's just happy in the moment, happy as a clam. So go find your happy place and stay there. Go in your room and stay there. Right. Some of you guys, you've just. It's a state of being. It's a state of being. And you can be in that state of kind of self-containment, acceptance, self-awareness, self-actualization. That's it. If you're there, you just stay in that space as much as you can, and then everything comes to you. It's very attractive, right? And some of you guys are like, I don't understand. See, another one, crossing the heart. Okay, so this is another message, right? And I just say that, like, if you see a figure in tarot who's got their hands in front of them, that's your heart is being blocked. You're not receiving from that space, okay? And the good news here is that it's a 2. So that's just a little bit of a block. You know what I mean? Like it's this is something that can be released like easily. This isn't like a heavy thing, It's just a simple, like, deciding to uncross her arms, take the blindfold off, and then she can get up and move about the cabin. You know what I'm saying? So you're just kind of in a state where, maybe you're needing to make a decision, or you don't know, and it's confusing, and you're of two minds. Do I do this? Do I do that? That's kind of causing some static. So I just encourage you to just drop that and go literally plant yourself. Go sit in nature. Go do a sauna. Go swim in a pool. Go, like, find something to go, like, be in water, especially if you can be in water and just release all that. That's really, really good. And just keep going back to the state, dropping into the heart space, opening that up. Do heart opening exercises, just gentle ones. Okay. This is not a pushing energy. This is not like, aggressive. This is feminine energy. It's receiving energy. It's really beautiful. You just got to trust. You got to trust that if you open your heart, like, everything's going to be okay. And I think that's been part of this emotional journey, is that you've like, well, I did all this because I kept my heart closed, and every time you opened it and got hurt, there's another cup, So I understand this. I totally understand this. But the guidance is just to be gently open your heart space. Breathe into it. It's a passage, you're just kind of going through this little bit of a momentary static. It's kind of like when you turn the channel on a radio, like old school, and you have to go through that a little, and then you get onto the channel that you want. Some of you guys are just in between channels. So this is someone who's plugged in to their channel, and this is someone who's kind of in between channels. See how the water in the background's a little, staticky. And so this is being in your head, because swords represent thoughts and your thinking. So it's just in your head that you're trying to, you can't see things, because it's like you're trying to figure out the problem in your head, and it's not gonna, you can't think your way through it. You got to feel into it. I talk about that all the time, right? You got to feel your way through it. Not always easy, but you guys know the ropes. You've done it 9 times. So, hey, right? Like, you can do this. 9 lives. I'm hearing 9 lives with the 9 of cups. So some of you guys have really, like, been through it. All the more reason for you to get what's coming. Like, it's all available to you. So I just let go of the thoughts, open the heart, period, and see what happens. Okay. If you guys are more curious about tarot, I'm teaching my intro to tarot. I've condensed it down into a weekend. It's going to be an intensive, because there's a lot of cards to learn, but I'm super excited to offer it. It's the weekend of May 30th and May 31st. It's here in my studio, and it's from 11 to 3 on Saturday and Sunday. So it's a weekend course, and we're gonna just dive right into tarot, and I'm gonna teach you all the little, not every single meaning because it's only a weekend, but it's a good intro class for people who are curious about tarot, don't know a thing about it or know a little bit about it, and they just want to learn, kind of get started on this journey because it's really amazing. And so it's a super fun, I don't know, it's hard to describe. Each class is different. Like there's just the people that it's just really, really incredibly beautiful and amazing. And so any of you guys who are local who are interested in that, like DM me on Instagram and I'll get you set up. I keep it small, so there's only a few spots open. But I would love to have you and show you a little bit more about like what tarot is all about from my perspective. I have a kind of a unique way of reading and teaching. So for those of you who are interested, it's just awesome. Plus you get like all this incredible guidance throughout the weekend. So any of you guys who are kind of going through something or need to make a decision, like take my class because we figure out all your shit, That's why we're teaching and reading as we go. So it's really good if you're like, tarot, whatever, and you just have some things you want some support around in terms of like how to navigate things. Believe me, this will get you really, really like tuned up for sure. So it's super awesome. It's very multi-layered in that way. Yeah, some of you guys were like, I don't have enough money. I can't afford you. Like, you can afford me, trust me. And if, I'm not that expensive. But some of you guys are like, I can't afford it, but like part of that problem is that, yes, you can. Like, this is someone who has poverty consciousness and we got to clear that. So some of you guys want to come take my course because you're struggling with this. The Five of Cups is about feeling left out in the cold, not having enough money, just feeling like, poverty, right? And just if she would realize that there's a church behind her, which is i.e. my class, you could just go right in and get all the help and warmth you need, but they're just kind of choosing to stay out in the cold, right? So for some of you guys, like that's just something that has to be cleared, and fives are all about change. So this is changing. So we're changing your mindset. We're changing your belief system, more importantly, around finances, money, abundance, connection, feeling close. Like if you feel like you've kind of had an orphan energy going on, this will help with that and lead you to this abundance, right? The Ten of Pentacles is the ultimate, like this is like the end of the rainbow, kind of, so to speak. This is like plenty of money, resources, family, homes, travel, like all this is everything you could possibly want in the material world. That is what that is available to you. And some of you guys, like, you just need to clear a few of these blocks and then you can up level. And then that's what you're bringing in. That's what you're attracting. It's just wealth, pure and simple. Money, honey, and family, and like generational wealth and things, real estate, like all of the things, all of the good shit, it's there. You just got to see it. You just got to see that it's available to you. And some of you guys are like, no, I'm stuck out in the cold, blah, blah, blah. No, you ain't. It's changing. So come see me. At least come for a reading. We can shift this. I'm telling you, it works. It works. So I'm going to see what else wants to come out. And then, God, what else do I need to tell you guys? More importantly, how are you? My Lord, I've been busy little bee lately. So I'm glad I made it today. I might cut it a little bit short, but I just really, hope you guys are doing well. And like another card of rest, so like just chill. If you guys need a day in bed, like take a day in bed, like definitely like allow yourself, your system to relax. You've been through kind of a battle. The Four of Swords is about a warrior who's come back from battle. So, it's time to put those swords down, like the Two is saying, and just rest your mind. Don't worry, settle down, just like rest and recover. For those of you guys who have been like, just kind of like going through a lot of different pulls and I don't know, it feels like it's been a lot of just like banging it out kind of thing, like it's time to just take a break, to rest, just take a rest. If you want to, I feel like you just don't need to really go anywhere. I mean, I know it's like, oh, go take a vacation, but sometimes going on vacation is stressful. You got to get on a plane and deal with all this shit, unless you can go for like 4 months or 4 weeks. That's great, but don't go somewhere and just like, have to deal with all that. That's not super restful. I'd rather you guys take like a staycation. Go, like, even if it's like, I know in LA, like you go just like stay at the chateau for a weekend, it's like, it's still LA, or you'd go get a hotel out in Malibu or whatnot. Like, you're not going far, but you're in a different environment. So some of you guys just go book a luxury hotel somewhere and or spa, like, for sure, that shit. All day long. Like, that's the most effort I want you to make, is to get your ass to a sauna, a spa, a massage, something. Definitely a massage, anything that makes you feel like you can rest, get some reflexology, go get like all your glam stuff going on if you want a haircut, like whatever, Botox, whatever the fuck you do, doesn't matter. Like that is for you, right? That's like you for you, making yourself feel good, okay? And that hermit, okay, again, repeating this energy of inner stillness. This is beautiful to line up under the Four of Swords. I mean, he's one of my favorite cards. Isn't he just a cool character? I love the Hermit card. This is like iconic tarot card, right? It's on the cover of a Led Zeppelin album. It's like, this is a really, really beautiful energy. And he's been coming out more lately. Like, you'll notice, and this is kind of what I teach in my classes, like, when you start reading the cards, it's like, some of them don't come out very often, or you'll notice, like, oh, I haven't seen that one in a while. Like the World card, like, hardly ever comes out. Very rare. The Hermit, kind of like for a while, like, just didn't come out. Now he's like coming out more and more, and the Hermit is all about inner wisdom. Okay, 2 words, inner wisdom. And he's got the light of, like, that inner wisdom is the star, that light that shines up, lights up his lantern, and he's guided by it. Okay, so this is a very beautiful, sacred energy. He's cultivated this inner stillness. Okay, he's like, I mean, he's a hermit, right? Almost monk-like in that way. So any of you guys who are on a spiritual practice, have a spiritual practice, that is working. Okay, let it do its thing. Okay, keep going in. Keep allowing that beautiful energy to circulate through you. Spend some time alone. If you're too out involved in everybody else's shit, like, go within. Go home. Stay in if you need to. Okay, just for a while. If any of you guys are like, I don't want to be alone, you got to get this down, okay? Because otherwise you're going to keep going back and learning lessons and coming back. You're always going to need to come back to this place, okay, of inner stillness and self. I don't know what the word is for this guy. Like, it's like there needs to be a new word. It's not self-satisfaction. It's just like self-acceptance. I don't know. There's got to be a word. I'm sure there's a word out there that communicates what feeling I have. Self-possessed, just happy, I don't know, just feeling content and in a way, something in that kind of word bubble with all of that. Like, find the word that works for you and that feels good. Yeah, there's a little page. Okay, good. So you're like, okay, I'm getting it. It's all about doing something new too. Like, I feel like for some of you guys, this is kind of like a phase. You want to kind of do this work we're talking about, have a chill day, even if it's just for a day, okay? You can make quick work of it. This does not have to be a long, drawn-out process. If you can get to this state, then you can get there instantly. And then all of a sudden you know how to access that inner stillness, right? Inner, like, your light's turned on, right? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, now I'm going to go try this. And this is going to happen. And you'll kind of step back out, right? This isn't like, if you go within, you're just going to stay there for the rest of your life. No, there's going to be more good things to come, right? This isn't just like a life sentence of inner stillness, right? I mean, it is, but it's not meant to bind you, right? Is what I'm hearing. They're not trying to bind you or confine you. They're trying to get you to purify and allow, like, any interference, external distraction to kind of pause. Okay, that's important for some of you guys. Like, turn the phone off. Okay. Absolutely. That's a huge suckage, right? We know this. Have a day where you go device free. I'm gonna try and do that soon because I feel like I'm way too like that thing is just like it's just like constantly. So I can feel that building up. Some of you guys, oh yeah, I feel it building up again. Like, don't. It's okay. Like, just keep things in moderation, keep things flowing, and you'll be fine. But it's also going to be a good time to. I'm hearing put your money where your mouth is. So some of you guys are been thinking about doing something nice for yourself, and now it's actually time to go do it. Okay, go put. Even if it's like the pentacles are about money and finances, like he's got money, like go put, but it's a page, like do something small, like just something that might feel a little bit out of the norm, like maybe you feel broken, you're like, I want to take your class, but I can't afford it. Like, just take the class, right? Like, just invest in it. A small investment. It's not going to kill you, right? Like things like that. Or maybe you guys want to start a new program or you want to do something. It's like a good time just to do it. Okay. But it feels like it's like, but I'm new. Like, you'd be new at it. Well, that's good. They want you to do something that you're new at. Okay. It's not like they don't want you to do the same old thing. Yeah. There you go. There's a call. So the Judgment card is like, I love this card. It's one of my favorite cards in tarot. This is the call, like a calling. It's like these people are coming up out of their crypts, And this is Archangel Gabriel, like calling him up, like calling awakening. This is a card of awakening. Huge spiritual awakening. Any of you guys who are going through a spiritual awakening, you definitely want to come and talk to me or work with me, especially with tarot, because it's hugely beneficial. And so if you feel called to something, do it. Okay. Like if you feel called, like, yeah, go do it. Go try it. Whatever it is, whatever it is. But if you feel that, it's a good idea. And it's just a page. Like, you're not like needing to invest your whole life savings into this thing. Like it's really just, Some of you guys, you want to invest, in the stock market, you want to invest money somewhere. You feel called to do something, maybe buy a house somewhere, some real estate, something. There's just something that feels like, God, I really just want to go do that. And the page is saying, go do it. Even if you have to you feel like you don't know if you're going to be good at it or, you're not really sure. It's important to follow that call. And if you're not feeling a call to anything in particular, doing this will help. Because it quiets down all the noise. Then you get into your feeling state, okay? What feels good for you. And then usually that is when it shows up because it's for you, like he's calling you. And so you want to be kind of in that spiritual space, where you're connecting, great time to learn how to connect with guides and angels and source. And I definitely, help people with that in terms of accessing higher dimensions, accessing higher levels of intelligence, the angelic realm. We can explore all of those things, right? And we have access to all of that. So it's really good. Some of you guys are like, yeah, I want to do this for a living. Some of you guys, you want to build on this, I think I might be good at this. I want to try to actually make something of it. Yeah, absolutely. This is a very creative energy. So some of you guys are like, I want to learn how to X. Go learn how to do it. And that's going to be the thing that you end up doing and creating. It's really cool. Yeah, there's another little page of wands, especially if it's exciting to you. If it's like, oh my God, that sounds like fun, then great. So that's what, can come out of this time of just stillness and getting in touch with your feelings. That's really important. Okay. And for some of you guys, if you're I'm just using my tarot course as an example, but it's but what are people, but is that weird? That's all got to go. If you're worried about what people are going to think about you, then you're not ready. So don't, you know what I mean? I can help you overcome that, of course, if that's part of it, but don't let that stop you. But if you're really if you're really up against that, then you got to clear some blocks first, right? And you just kind of have to get to a point this guy doesn't really give a flying fuck what other people think. He's like, this is who I am. This person is very God, I can't find the word. What's the word? I'm sure some of you guys are out there. I'm it's this word. You have to text it to me or like share it in the comments or something. What a good word for that would be, because I know there's a good one. But just, yeah, feel good, feel great, as a matter of fact. And I don't know, I get this kind of new, fresh energy. Like, I just suddenly got really excited, because the little Page of Wands, like, this is exciting. Like it's fun, like the Page of Wands is like into it, So like you definitely, the call is going to be something you want to do, that's like, that sounds like fun. Yeah, I want to get dressed up and go here, or I want to go do this, or I want to go do that, or I've always wanted to check this out. Like that is what's coming once you find that stillness. Then you're like, oh, this is what I meant to go do. This is what I'm calling myself up for. You got to get clear first in order for that to be more available and obvious to you. So some of you guys, if you're just sitting there confused, like, I don't know what it is, then clear, drop in, release, let go, and then wait for it. Just, it'll come. You just got to keep clearing. And then probably when you least expect it, something will drop in and it'll be like, oh my God, I'm going to go do this. Or like, oh my God, this sounds really great. And it's just one thing. It's not hard. It's simple. You make the appointment, you book the call, whatever it is, it's just that action that's taken around it once all of this is just sort of released, Or also back to the original beginning of like things coming into you once you're in that state, this is going to be your response. You're going to be like, yes and yes, right? So there could be invitations coming in. We talked about attracting those things, and all of a sudden the calls come in or the opportunities come in, and this is your response. You're like, yep, I'm in, and yep, here's my deposit. So it's a response that's really exciting. Yes, I'll take that opportunity. Yes, I'm going to take that job. Yes, I'll do it. I can start next week, and this is how much I want, and it feels really good. So I do think you guys are about to take a nice step forward, especially if it comes to your intuition and learning how to, kind of like when I say turn your sensitivity into a superpower, it's such horseshit. Like, I'm so over this stuff. But yeah, kind of like that, just in a much, I don't know, more interesting way. Anyways, this is about your intuition coming in and you really like kind of accepting yourself as this sort of highly intuitive high priestess. Like, you feel, you get it, like downloads, spiritual awakening, like all that stuff. You're just like, yep, I've always kind of had this thing, or this or that. It's all going to start to roll. And part of what I help people teach is how to let that come through in a way that's meaningful and applicable. Because it's one thing to get downloads. It's one thing to get like, hits of intuition, all that stuff. But if it's just swirling around out there, what's the point? Like, we need to harness it. That's what tarot does. It's like, that's what helps you bring it in and through you and then into your life. So it's like you're in this state of beingness and then into the doingness, beingness into doingness. And that's what this path is. It's like we work towards that so we can kind of embody the energy, the highest energy that's available to us, and then work with that as that. And that's kind of what this is all about, this sort of spiritual journey, right? That tarot is so helpful in guiding you along, right? It's a tool. Believe me, it's a really helpful tool. So any of you guys who are interested, or if you want me to do an online class or whatever, just reach out to me. Let me know if my teachings would be of interest to you. I definitely have that first class started on May 30th, May 31st, but I'm going to be doing more. I've got students who are at the intermediate level, and then I'm going to do some advanced stuff. So lots going on with that. And I'm going to wrap it up pretty soon here, 44 on the timer. I'm going to pull one of these beautiful Denise Linn soul coaching cards. This has been a recent purchase of mine, and it's proving to be very very beautiful and very connective. And I like opening readings with this deck, and I'm closing this one with it, but it's nice to, it's a good deck to have. I also love to show people, like, I've got all my decks. And so if you're interested in sampling different decks and trying things out, it's a really good way to do that, because it's really good when you find decks that really work for you and that you enjoy. And there's so many good ones that It's nice to be able to have access to those. Power, that's nice. I'm gonna just, that showed up. Yeah. Yeah. I like this. I want to stick with this one. So this is about your power, right? So maybe that Nine of Cups is about power, your personal power. Your authentic power, right? Remember when Gary Zukav came out with that, like in the 90s, like your personal, your authentic power? It's like your soul and your personality coming into alignment. Isn't that how he described it? Seat of the soul? Yeah, that's powerful. That's what I'm picking up on. It's like this is where your power places. And look at, it's like this big beautiful elephant. And elephants are a remover of obstacles, right? So this is really good technique to help you clear, to get into that space of power within, is to call in, you can call in Ganesh, obviously, and then, or just that kind of, like I often see it sometimes as elephants like in front of me, like I just like send them out to clear the path forward because they're good at it, you know, they can just like traipse through the jungle, like it's no big deal. They're just like knocking down trees and swinging their, you know, and they're happy. They're like doing their thing. Like it would take me so long to clear the amount of obstacles I would need to clear to keep my path flowing. So you just call in that kind of spiritual help and you imagine in your mind's eye and you visualize and you feel that kind of directive, you know, to have these beautiful creatures clear the path in front of you. So that's a great way to clear blocks. You know, if you're feeling stuck or you're feeling like overwhelmed, like clear out all that stuff. It's great. And so we can learn how to use these visualizations. They're very powerful in our day-to-day life to allow those obstacles to be removed and your power to be revealed. You know, this is transformation. This is transformation 101. So the power is within you, but we can use our power to call in the assistance and of higher beings, of higher intelligence, the divine, all of that good stuff to help us move forward. So it's co-creation. That's why they call it co-creation, right? So allow yourself to transform, allow yourself to move up and to lighten up, right? Allow yourself to feel good. Just focus on that. Just do your best to just focus on how you're feeling, you know, and let yourself feel good, okay? Like just give yourself that good stuff that you need to feel good within yourself. And, you know, this is what happens. The cocoon, you know, you're in the cocoon and then it's the butterfly, right? So allow yourself to shift and change and to be more focused on the feeling that you have from the inside out and less attached to and concerned with what's going on outside of you, and tune in, go deep. It feels so good when you can go into a deep meditation. Oh my God, it's incredible. Find resources to help you with that. Like there's great guided meditations out there that can help you really get in. Like there's people's voices and frequencies and things. There's so much good content to allow yourself to dive in and deepen into your spiritual practice. And if you could do that, the path is cleared and it's like kind of this whole new beginning for y'all. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that resonated. Thank you all for being here. As always, I am here for you 100%. Reach out to me on Instagram. You can reach out to me on frontiertarot.com. Let me know how you're doing, what you need, what I can provide for you guys. And I will see you again real soon. Okay, have a good week, everyone. Bye.